into when they begin learning about the law of attraction and trying to apply it to their life. One of them is that some people begin worrying about, well, I had a negative thought, should accidentally have the wrong thought that something horrible will happen to them. Okay, this isn't the case at all. You don't have to be perfect with this stuff. And in fact, if you try to monitor your thought, not any particular thought, but that feeling. So if you're having thoughts like that come into your mind sometimes and you think, that's fine, it doesn't hurt anything, I'm just human and we all... Don't ever be afraid that, if you happen to have a negative thought come into your head or a series of them, that's going to cause you to experience something bad. Because it's how you feel about these thoughts that's important. You don't need to monitor your thoughts. You just need to try to keep yourself in a feeling place, of feeling good as much as you possibly can. And speaking of feeling good, so if you're trying to use the law of attraction and you're feeling something other than fun and relaxed and inspired, then you're doing it wrong, okay? You're trying. Another thing that can happen is that people from time to time will learn about the law of attraction, begin to use it in their life, see great results, things are going well for them, but with time, it's kind of like reality sets back in. The world comes rushing back in, and they begin to lose faith a little bit, or that was the cause for what happened. And the thing is, I can't hardly talk about this because I did it myself several times. I had tremendous success with law of attraction in finances, in business, in my personal relationships, my home, everything. And even after all that, I would have moments where I would feel that, I'm not sure that this is what did it, but something did it. Maybe it was just luck. Well, first, don't buy that. Don't buy into that. What that is the old paradigm coming up. This is the old paradigm that we grow up with that says that the world is random and what you do makes no difference and how you feel makes no difference. Began to see, wait a minute, there is no way this is a coincidence. When I use these principles, I win, I succeed, I get what I want. And when I don't use them, I'm just kind of attracting by default, and sometimes some bad things come into my life. And it happened in such an extreme way with me. I went from such a low level of financial success and relationship success and other things to such a high level in a very short period of time that it was dramatic. And after a while, I finally gave up any resistance I had. And I said, you know what? This has been proven to me over and over now, like about 100 times. And I'm living the life now that I dreamed about before. I'm going to quit having any reservations or doubts about it and just believe it because I've seen that it's true. As you begin using the law of attraction, you'll be attracting more and more good things into your life that you want. But the thing you never want to do is get into this idea of trying to attract something in your life and maybe you don't see results right away. So sometimes people can go, oh, this stuff isn't working. I'm not seeing results. This isn't working. You don't ever want to go there because the moment you do that, that's the vibe you're putting out, okay? You're putting out a vibe of this stuff doesn't work. This process doesn't work. I don't get what I want by thinking on it. So when you put out that energy, the same energy is going to be attracted. I recommend that you suspend your disbelief a little bit, and simply give it a chance. Give it an honest effort and try it for a period of time because you will see results. I guarantee you that. Everyone does. As I've said now about 1,000,000 times, the law of attraction always works for every person. The more you'll see these results and you'll say, hey, you know what? That's true. And the more you'll get into it, as I have, and the more success you'll have with it. Repairing, being replaced, everything changes. And everything in the universe is this energy that's constantly shifting and changing, and it's good. You see, this is the first assumption you need to make, really, which is that what kind of universe do you live in? Do you live in a good universe or a bad universe? And the energy... So those are a few common things that cause people resistance when they're trying to use the law of attraction in their day-to-day life. And you may run into others from time to time, but the really important thing I want to get across here is that it's not supposed to be hard work. It's not supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be joyous and feel good, because feeling good is everything. people sometimes underestimate the importance of happiness. But happiness is everything. Feeling good is everything. Because if you stop and think about it, nothing in this world has any value unless it makes someone feel joy or feel happiness. Without that, it has no value. And you could say, well, what about learning or education? If it did not lead to increased joy for someone, it would have, no benefit at all. You could say, well, what about medicine or healthcare? That leads to increased joy, people's ability to live their life. So, of course, that's why it has value. Nothing that does not give joy to someone can possibly have any value. So joy is everything, and your primary concern on this planet is to feel as much happiness and joy as you can. Now, if you grew up in a household like I did, that probably sounds like a little bit of a different kind of out there idea. I completely understand. It took me a while to accept that too. But the simple fact is, it becomes easier to understand this and accept it once you realize that there is no alternative. There isn't anything else. The only reason for anything to happen in life, for any of us to be here, is to feel good. Keep yourself in a state of feeling good as much as you possibly can. Because the more you feel good, the more you attract what to you? Situations to make you feel. It helps shape your feelings. Okay? So if you're thinking about how bad a situation is, you will produce a feeling in your body, a feeling bad about it. And that will produce bad results. But if you're thinking about how great something is, you'll produce a great feeling about it. And then you're going to be attracting what? More things to feel great about.